Views and opinions expressed on this program or the products endorsed on this program are not necessarily those of KTRB Radio.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Sister Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a good morning to you wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today is a show that I want you to remember, so get out your pencils and paper and take some notes. Dr. A.L. Dow is dead. His funeral will be held at the Corpus Christi Catholic Church, Northeast 16th and Kelly, on Monday at 10 a.m. Now, I would like to repeat that because I want you to understand. The funeral will not be held today. It will be held on Monday at 11 o'clock, 16th and Kelly Avenue. Those of you, now let's get the word out, and I want you to help me because I need your help, because I don't want people to think that Dr. Dow's funeral will be held in Corpus Christi, Texas. It will be held today. It will not be held until Monday at 11 a.m. at the Corpus Christi Catholic Church, 16th Northeast 16th and Kelly. Today's program is going to be dedicated in memory of Dr. A.L. Dow. And I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm giving away 100 pounds of chitlins. I'm giving away gift certificates, haircuts, food. I'm giving it away today. Plus, I don't know what Vance Motor Company have for us. I don't know what Marie's new attitude, 36 and Barty. I don't know, but I do know that this is the Clara Luper radio show. From the dark skies of the receding nights, a strong man survived. A man who plucked the brightest stars with brave hands, courageous spirits, and a patriotic heart, wrote his story on the pages of history. Dr. A.L. Dow added a new unknown dimension to Oklahoma's history. His life, his work, his dedication are all interwoven in the matchless history of faith and strength, accomplished by those that knew him, that knew he found a way to survive. Yes, with blood, brain, and hard work. He won victories where defeat seemed almost a certainty. The history of Oklahoma and Oklahoma City cannot be written unless you write in the name of Dr. A.L. Dow. And today we stand on the threshold of a new, bright, exciting day. Today, those of us that are black are teaching school. We are principals, we are executives all over Oklahoma City. But then we must realize that we are standing on the back of Dr. A.L. Dow. Dr. A.L. Dow was born in Inslee, Alabama. His father was a minister, Reverend Alfonso Lewis Dow. Dr. A.L. Dow grew up in West Virginia, in a small town just outside of Morgantown. When Dr. Dow began his education in an elementary school that was founded by his father, the Reverend A.L. Dow, his father was killed because of his stand on civil rights. Dr. Dow was a graduate of Monongalia B. Christ High School and West Virginia State College in Morgantown. There he earned a B.S. degree in agriculture and met the love of his life, Vivian Tompkins. Immediately after graduating from college, Dr. Dow was accepted into the United States Army Corps as an Air Corps flying cadet. He was happy. Oh, he was happy, and probably happiest when he was flying a plane. Subsequently, he studied acro technology, which relates to bombarding and armament for the Army at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, where he received a second lieutenant commission. He was also an arms instructor and a Tuskegee airman in Tuskegee, Alabama. Dr. Dial attended the Chicago College of Optometry, earned a Doctor of Optometry's degree. But in 1953, he came to Oklahoma City, where he became deeply involved in community affairs, including writing a weekly column in a local newspaper and hosting a weekly radio show devoted to dealing with issues of interest to the citizens of Oklahoma City. Dr. Dow was the first black elected to the city council, where he fought for better streets and services for the black community and the fair housing law. Dr. Dow successfully launched the United States Supreme Court landmark case, which involved the desegregation of the public school system in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. When his son Robert was not permitted to attend a predominantly white school known as Northeast High School in his own school district, Dr. Dow filed a lawsuit against the Oklahoma City Board of Education. At that time, the Board of Education only permitted 30 black children to attend Northeast High School during any school year. Robert would have been the 31st black student. In addition, Robert wanted to take some courses that were not offered at the predominantly black Douglas High School. This case went to the Supreme Court and established a new system of education which outlawed illegal transfers, and black educators could now be permitted to be principals and teachers for white students, and also black students would be allowed to attend or transfer to white schools, not only in Oklahoma but throughout the United States. But for 35 years, Dr. A.L. Dow was married to Vivian Tompkins, who was a practicing dentist in Oklahoma City. The marriage resulted in 3 children, Robert, Vivian, and Alfonso. You know, it's interesting to talk to Dr. Dow. Before he passed away, he said it was the love and encouragement and support of his family and the guidance of our Father in heaven that I was able to accomplish these things. Now today I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to let those of you that supported Dr. Dow, I'm going to let you talk about Dr. Dow on the Clara Luper radio show. And then when you finish, I do have something to say. I gave you some facts, and most of my questions this morning will come out the facts that I have given you. The first question that I would like to answer today, I would like for you to answer today because I want to see how well you listen to the Clara Luper radio show. But the first question today is, where will Dr. A.L. Dow's funeral be held on Monday? The telephone number is 672-1220, and I hope my people are ready. I want to see how well you can listen. Where will it be? Where will it be? That's the first question that I want answer today. And I want you to answer it. All I need is an answer and your name if it's correct. Clara Luper. Hello?
Answer.
Yes.
It will be at Corpus Christi Catholic Church tomorrow.
And what is your name?
Loretta McLean.
Loretta McLean, you're exactly right. And you will get my first 10 pounds of chitlins.
Well, thank you kindly.
The next question is, in what state was Dr. A.L. Dow born? In what state was Dr. A.L. Dow born? Remember, when you answer the question, Calvin and Charles are going to pick up your address. I'm not going to give it out on radio. Hello? Okay, in what state was Dr. A.L. Dow born? That's the question. I've got to give these chitlins and these. I'm going to give away first 100 pounds of chitlin. Then I'm going to give away haircuts. I am going to do it today. Yes. In what state was Dr. Dow born?
Alabama.
Alabama. Who is this?
This is Miss Jack L. McGregor.
Who?
Mrs. Jack L. McGregor.
Miss Jackie L. McGregor, you are just right. Thank you so very, very kindly. Yes, he was born in Alabama. Yes. Hello? Okay. The telephone number is 672-1220, and the first 10 questions are going to be about Dr. Dow. Okay, could you tell me right this minute the time of Dr. Dow's funeral on Monday? 672-1220. I want to know the time. I want to make sure that I'm right. This portion of our program is brought to you by Robert Gates at 2609 North Martin Luther King, who's going to give away a haircut today, a free haircut if you can answer the right question. You don't have to call. All you have to do is go to 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Dr. Dow's funeral will be at 1 o'clock on Monday.
You are wrong. Don't tell me your name. I don't want to hear it. Isn't that something? Listen to the Clara Luper radio and brought the wrong answer. 672-1220. Tell me the time of Dr. Dow's funeral, and you will get 10 pounds of chitlins. 10 pounds of chitlins. Just for the time. Yes, yes. Clara Luper. I don't mean to be insulting to anybody today, but I've got to do what I have to do. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes.
Miss Luper, I believe you said it would be 11 o'clock on Monday at Corpus Christi.
You are exactly right. And what is your name?
My name is Ann James.
Ann James, you are exactly right. Be sure and give Calvin and Charles the details so we can get these chitlins to you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Luper.
Okay, thank you. I told you that the first 100 pounds of chitlins will be given away based on your knowledge of Dr. A.L. Dow. Could you give me the name of Dr. A.L. Dow's wife? A prominent dentist in Oklahoma City. I want to know her name. Yes, this is a Clara Luper radio show, and this show is brought to you by your Allstate Insurance agent, Marilyn Hildred, 730 North Britton Road. The telephone number is 843-0811. Okay, hello.
Good morning, Mrs. Luper, and I want to say hello to everybody that's listening to us in Radio Land.
Yes.
And this is such a beautiful day, and I was listening at you talking about a friend of mine, and not only that, I was also one of his clientele. And I'm talking about Dr. Dow. And he did have a wonderful wife who was also, I was a patient of hers, because she was a dentist. And Vivian had the privilege of working on my teeth. His wife was named Vivian Thompson Jago. And I knew her very, very, very well. So I want to tell the people that, to me, Dr. Dow was a wonderful person. Anytime you went into his office, he always had something to talk about. It didn't matter about what age you were. He always had a conversation that fitted in with the age in which you were when you went in for him to check your eyes or give you some glasses. And you also have given us a beautiful, beautiful history of Dr. Dow. And I do want them to know that each time that I'd go into Dr. Dow's office, he was always friendly.
Okay.
And he was courteous.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Okay, speak up just a bit.
You don't hear me? Hello, Miss Luper. Hello.
Okay, well, something has happened. Something has happened,
Okay.
Lady. But you have answered the question today. I'm going to give you 10 pounds of
Well, I
chitlins.
just said his wife was named Vivian Thompson.
Okay, something is happening. I'm not coming through. But anyway, Hang up.
Hang up and call again.
Because you give me the answer. You give me something to look forward to.
I beg your pardon?
Okay, something is wrong with a telephone connection. Now we go to another question, and today the first 10 questions will be about Dr. Dial. It is true that Dr. Dial has 3 children. Could you give me the names of those 3 children? Telephone number out here is 672-1220. I want the name of Dr. Dial's 3 children. This portion of the program, once again, is brought to you by Marilyn Hildred, your Allstate agent. I do have some good news for you. Hello? Yes?
His son's name Alfonso. I just know one.
Well, then you don't know 3, so bye. I want the names of Dr. Dial's 3 children. The telephone number is 672-1220. The names of Dr. Dial's 3 children. What is history anyway, besides the story of man? Hello?
Hello, I want to tell you the name of his children.
And your name is?
Janice.
Janice what?
Roland.
Okay, Janice.
Robert.
Vivian.
And Alfonso.
You are exactly right, and stay on the line.
Okay, thank you.
Today's program is being dedicated to Dr. A.L. Dial. And if you notice, I want you to know something about Dr. Dial. And I'm going to tell you the reasons before I go off the air. Now, what high school did Dr. Dial's son, Robert, try to attend and was turned down only because he was black? Give me that answer. What was the name of that high school where Dr. Dial's son was turned down only because he was black? Clara Luper today. I'm halfway through. I've given away so far 50 pounds of chitlins, and I have 50 pounds more I want to give away. Hello?
His name.
Hello?
The school that he went to was Northeast.
Okay, I cannot hear you.
Northeast High School.
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, something is wrong. I cannot hear you. Will you hang up and call that back, please?
Okay.
Okay, I want to know the name of that high school. Something is wrong. Okay, Charles, get me straight, please. Okay, I'm ready now. What was the name of that school? Okay, maybe you don't know the answer. Yes.
The name of the school was Northeast, the one he was trying to go to.
Oh, and what is your name?
Gail Brewer.
Gail, you are exactly right, and you have my 10 pounds of chitlins. I'm talking about Dr. Dial because Dr. Dial has made it possible for all of us. And there are a lot of things we need to forget, but we cannot never forget what Dr. Dial has done for this community. How many years was Dr. Dial and Dr. Vivian Dial married? That's my next question. How many years? Some people can stay married for 2 years, or 1 year, or 6 months. What's wrong? Hello?
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 Married 52 years.
I wonder if hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yes. Married 52 years.
How many?
52.
You're exactly wrong. Thank you for calling anyway. We've got to get this straightened out. Come tell. I want you to learn to listen so you can carry the facts. 672-1220. And this program is in memory of Dr. Dial. And I want you to know about Dr. Dial. I want you to tell your children about Dr. Dial. And before I go off the air, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, am I ready? Okay, hello?
Hello, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
Dr. Dial and Mrs. Dial was married 35 years.
And who is this?
This is Alice Thelma.
You are exactly right. And you are exactly right. I love please to listen to the Clara Luper radio show. Well, I'm down to 70 pounds of chitlins, and I got 30 more pounds to give away. Dr. A.L. Dial's funeral will be held at the Corpus Christian Catholic Church, 16th and Kelly, on Monday at 11 a.m. Dr. Dial A.L. Dow, a name that's carved. What was his occupation? What was his occupation? Hello? Okay. I want to know what was Dr. Dow's occupation. I want to know. Hello? Hello? Okay, if you have some trouble, please call me back. Hello?
Dr. Dow's occupation was a dentist.
Oh, I said Dr. Alfonso Dow now.
Dr. Dow.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Dow.
Yes.
Occupation was he was an optometrist.
You're exactly right. His wife was a dentist. What is your name?
Lily Taft.
What is your name?
Lily Taft.
Huh?
Taft. Lily Taft. T-A-F-T.
Okay, Lily. And give your address and everything to Calvin or Charles. Thank you so very kindly. We are having some kind of telephone connection problems. I do hope that you will understand that. Once again, his funeral will be held at 11 o'clock on Monday at Corpus Christi Church. Well, I have two more questions about Dr. Dow, and then I will go into some more questions because I've got to give you some certificates so you can get a haircut. I'm going to even give you something you're going to be surprised. Now, we know Dr. Dow was an optometrist and a good one. We know that Dr. Dow worked in civil rights. But what was the constitutional ground that Dr. Dow won the case on concerning his son Robert? The constitutional grounds. Okay, that's a good one. But you're good. You're smart. I do have a smart audience. Clara Luper. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
He was, could you repeat the question?
Huh?
Could you repeat the question for me?
No, I'm not going to repeat the question for you. You got to learn to listen. You got to learn to listen. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Dr. Dow allowed black students to transfer to white schools.
What was the constitutional question?
What was the constitutional question? What did he do?
No. Okay, you don't understand, so bye. See you next time. Okay, the constitutional question that was involved in that case. Okay, that's a good one. And I'm down to number 9, 90 pounds of chitlins. Okay? Do I have someone on the line that can tell me the constitutional question? Yes.
Was it the lawsuit against discrimination?
In what area?
In the district.
Oh, no, that's too broad. Thank you anyway for calling. The constitutional question that was involved in that lawsuit. I want all of you to remember that because people call a name and you ask first thing, why is it? And Clara Luper would dedicate her whole program to Dr. Dow and ask and give away 1,000 pounds, no, 10 times 10, 100 pounds of chitlins this morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I would like to answer the question.
Answer it.
It was the Dow versus the Board of Education.
Well, what was the constitutional question?
The United States Supreme Court.
What was the question?
What was Dow's occupational...
No, what was the question? Based upon the United States Constitution.
He wanted his son to...
No, what was the constitutional question? I have you. This is Clara Luper, and today I'm giving away the 90 pounds. So far, I've given away 80 pounds of chitlins, and I asked what was the constitutional question that was involved in that case. You know, all cases have to be based upon the Constitution in the United States of America. Yes, Dr. Dow is dead. But his memory must continue to live in the hearts of those of us that loved him. Hello?
Yes, the question had to do with the illegal transfer of students between schools.
Okay, explain it further.
Concerning transfer to prevent black students from attending predominantly white schools.
And that was unconstitutional,
They were
right?
unconstitutional.
And what is your name?
Am I right?
What is your name?
This is Reverend Finney.
Reverend Finney, you're right.
Well, bless your heart.
No, bless your knowledge, because it was against a transfer, because white students could transfer out of the district, but black students couldn't. Thank you, Reverend Finley. I have one more question, and then I'm going into some facts. I've asked you questions, and I want to continue to remind you that funeral will not be held on Saturday today. It will be held on Monday at 11 o'clock at Corpus Christi Catholic Church, 16th, Northeast 16th and Kelly. Dr. Dial attended the Chicago College of Optometry. In what year did he come to Oklahoma City and start his practice? Now, that's a tough one. In what year? And that's the last 10 pounds of chitlins that I'm giving away today. And that's being brought to you today by Johnson Sardina's Daycare Center, located in the heart of Oklahoma City. 1643 Northeast 50th Street and 2611 North Martin Luther King. If you're talking about professional service, call 424-4656 and ask for Gloria Matthews or Paul or Linda. Johnson Sardina's, making it possible for me today to ask you, in what year did Dr. Dial start his practice in optometry in Oklahoma City? Hello?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. As you know, the NAACP meetings are every Monday night at 7 o'clock. And I would just like to tell you what we do there. Every Monday, Mr. Ma gives us 2 words. And on our returning Monday, we give sentences for those words. Also, Miss Nancy Davis teaches us manners, such as table manners. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter, inviting you to come join us.
Thank you, Coco. Okay, I'm waiting for the answer. In what year did Dr. Dial start practicing in Oklahoma City? That's a simple question that calls for a simple answer.
1946.
You're wrong. Bye. Oh, yes, I told you this morning. I took the first few minutes to tell you that, and then you're talking about 46, in 1940. You're so wrong. This is Clara Luper, and this part of our program today is being brought to you by your friends. Hometown, located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, and Tom's Barbecue at 2504 Northeast 10th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
The year Dr. Dial started his practice in Oklahoma City, 1953.
You're exactly right. And what is your name?
Salonia Bennett.
Salonia Bennett, you are exactly right. And you make your 10th person today. Thank you so very, very kindly. Today, I'm going to give those of you that love Dr. Dial. I'm not talking about this talking love, because I get so tired of people talking about how much I love you. But if you want to be on this part of the program, you will have to be a customer of Dr. Dial. You went to Dr. Dial and got your eyes fixed. You bought glasses from Dr. Dial. You used Dr. Dial's service. You drank from his wisdom. You did it. And now I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk about Dr. Dial. 672-1220. And later on, I asked a question last week, who was the most powerful preacher of the 20th century? And I didn't get an answer. If you know that answer today, I will give you a prize. Yes, this is Clara Luper. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Sister Clara?
Yes.
This is Elder A.W. Walker.
Yes.
And I was a very close friend of Dr. Dial. And he did my glasses for me twice, at least about 3 times. And of course, one thing I can say about Dr. Dial is he wasn't a stiff coat.
Okay, turn your telephone down.
Yes, I will. I think you do that now. Thank you. He was the type of person that had particulars. Dr. Dow was always ready when you come in his office if you had decent conversation. He always liked to talk about the Lord. And he and I both have the same name. And when I come in, he gets to come on in, Alfonso.
Oh, you all have the same name. I didn't know your name was Alfonso.
That's it.
Well, I'm learning
well,
today.
That's it on my record, on my cards and things. Whenever you see it out at the KTLD, well, that's my name, Alfonso W. Walker.
And you are a friend of Dr. Dow.
Very close friend of his, because, and then again, I just like to just share these words. If everybody knew the road that Dr. Dow traveled, and I hate to put you in it, but I have to. I mean, the people like you and Dr. Dow traveled together, and W.K. Jackson, to make better places for these people who are going to these different establishments now and enjoying. They wouldn't be sitting around talking about somebody talk too much or this thing or that thing, because he's going to be very much missed. Because I heard when he was on Congress, when he talked about that dump they had over there, that thing, he didn't shut up there and say it was all right. He said it was smelly, and he got mad because he didn't say it was. He said because it was over in your neighborhood, you wouldn't want it over there.
Thank you so very kindly, Reverend Walker. Thank you so very kindly. You are exactly right.
All right.
Okay.
And may God bless you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Okay. Those of you that have had contact with Dr. A.L. Dow, this is your chance to talk. Your opportunity. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Good morning, Mrs. Luper, and hello to you that's in Radio Land, and I'm sure you're listening to Clara Luper's program this morning. And she was saying we could talk about Dr. Dow.
Providing you were one of his customers.
Because I am doing it because I've been one of his customers. Not only I have been one of his customers, all the members in my family have been his customers.
Oh, great.
My daughter, Natami, my grandson, Dante, even my daughter, Willetta, and my family has been to Dr. Dow and for glasses. In fact, these that I have on now are those that I got from Dr. Dow. So he has been our optometrist through the years. And we went to Dr. Dow because he was a person who we thought really cared. And he cared about your problems. He would discuss your problems with you. And seemingly he was never in a hurry, because he knew that your eyes are one of the most important organs that you have, something that you must see by. And then as I would go into his office and I'd see the little children coming in, the parents bringing their children in to have their eyes checked so that they may see better. And I know that the parents do know that their children's eyes has to be checked, because my daughter, my Willetta, I didn't know that she needed glasses until she was in the 3rd grade. And I discovered that she needed glasses. And I carried her to Dr. Dow, and Dr. Dow checked her eyes out, and he gave her some glasses. She came home with me, and we were sitting at the table eating, and she asked me a question. She said, Mama, how large is your head? Is it this size, which was about the size of a grapefruit, or is it this size, the normal size of a head? So I said, baby, my head is that size, the large size that she had measured off. She said, but Mama, I've been seeing your head this size, which was the size of an orange. So this is why it's so important that we do get our children's eyes checked. So you see, I really trusted Dr. Dow from that day on.
Okay, Mrs. Hunter, yes. I understand you are having a program tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed. I'm having a program tonight, Ms. Luper, and I'm sure you're going to be there. We are having it's at Tabitha Baptist Church. We honoring one of our members, one of the old members.
Oh, who are you honoring?
Georgina Richardson, Georgine Richardson.
Well, she really deserves it.
Well, right. She is, Georgina is one of the older members in Dr. Martin Luther King's chapter number 12 Lodge. And we do love her, and we appreciate her.
Well, I'll see you tonight, lady.
We really should appreciate our elderly people. Yeah. This is why I'm so happy to talk about Dr. Dow, because he was one of our elder people, and he was a person who fought for us.
Okay, lady.
Yes.
Thank you so very kindly. I'll see you tonight.
Good little deal.
This portion of our program is brought to you by Lamora's Beauty Supply, located at 1736 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Al Moore is the president He's an exclusive professional distributor. Don't leave Al Moore and go to somebody that's not interested in your welfare. Yes, today I'm giving you the opportunity to talk about Dr. Dow, providing you were one of his patients. You were one that was really helpful. You know, a lot of people like to go around and yab, yab, yab after somebody, and then when they get ready to eat, they don't go to Stairs, they don't go to Floyd, they don't go to Tom's Barbecue or Leo's, they go somewhere else. Then let those people talk about you. Hello. Hello?
It's Floopy?
Yes. Words of wisdom. I've been waiting on it.
Accept correction, and you will need less of it. Accept
corrections,
and you will need less of it.
And you will need less of it. Right. Everywhere I go, people been talking about words of wisdom, and they say that's a highlight of this program. Words of wisdom by Fluky McDaniel.
Okay.
Thank you so very kindly.
All righty.
Today we are talking about Dr. Dowell, and I would like to repeat that funeral will be at 11 o'clock at Corpus Christian Church on Monday. Now, if you read it in any paper, anything different, there have been some changes. And I'm not criticizing the papers, but I am telling you exactly where it would be. And if you go up there today at 11 o'clock, you aren't going to find no funeral for Dr. Dow. So write it down, get it straight. And those of you that would like to talk about Dr. A.L. Dow, I do have 6 more minutes in which you can do that. I would like for you to go by black businesses. We are in trouble. Well, tomorrow I will be at the St. John's Baptist Church in Ponca City, Oklahoma. They have selected Clara Luper as a guest speaker for their first Women's Day. Isn't that an honor? Reverend Raymond J. Pettis Jr. is a pastor. Deacon Bates, the chairman of the deacon board, and boy, he's a strong man. Sister Mary Bates is the church clerk, and also the president of the Women's Missionary Society. Isn't that wonderful? I will be in Ponca City tomorrow. I will also have the opportunity next week. Oh, I better tell you about that next week. And I would like to thank the people of Millwood High School for giving me an opportunity, Middle School, to speak there last week. Clara Luper, hello.
Hello. Miss Luper, I enjoy your program. My name is Ruth Jeffers, and I was one of Mr. Dr. Dow's patients, and down through the years, in fact, to go farther back, that his wife pulled a tooth of mine, and I got so scared, and she saw it before I said anything. I was about ready to get out and come home. She said, "You want me to call your mother and your children?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." So I said all that because she did take care of my mouth at one time, and such a precious lady. And he was a gentleman's gentleman. One of the greatest men that I've ever known in his speech and his character. And he always encouraged me just walking into the place. He took care of some of my children's eyes, and I just thank God to be able to say that he was a gentleman's gentleman and a Christian man. And I had the opportunity to have lunch with him at one time, and he said some very encouraging words to me. And I thank God to say this, Miss Luper, and you and him and people like you all, we thank God for you, and we just pray that we have more to come up, and take advice from you that we can say something to encourage somebody, as you all have done all down through the years. God bless you.
Well, thank you so very kindly. What a beautiful testimony. As part of the program was brought to you by Marie's New Attitude, robotics toning tables, one-stop beauty and exercise. Located at 4700 Northeast 36, or at 36 in Bartail Road. The telephone number is 424-6766. Ask for John Clark or Marie Tyler. Now, once again, that's another example. If you support black business, because some of you will drive all over town, and we got the same machines and everything at Marie's New Attitude. Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Luper. This is Nancy Davis. I would like to say that Dr. Dow was a great inspiration to our community. He was an educator, a civil rights worker who sacrificed his life for the African Americans in our state and our nation.
Did you go to him for your eyes?
Why, sure. Definitely. He was my...
Well, talk on.
What did you say?
Talk on.
Okay. Well, I want you to know that he was a good Christian man, one who believed in high moral standards, great person to a spiritual leader, and he was a good husband, a real friend to me and my family, and he also was a good speaker. He served as the guest speaker at the Northeast High School Baccalaureate sermon last year, and he was a great person to give the kids inspiration, and he was very dynamic. We love Dr. Dow. We shall never forget him. He will live and live forever because of what he gave and how he cared for others.
Thank you so very kindly, Nancy. The funeral will be Monday at 11 o'clock at Corpus Christi. This portion of our program was brought to you by Carl Carbon's Realty Company, located in a shopping center on Northeast 36th Street. The telephone number is 427-8311. Raw Funeral Home, 2936 Northeast 36. Join us today in saluting Dr. A.L. Dow. Raw Funeral Home, one of the oldest funeral homes in Oklahoma City, salutes the memory of Dr. Dow. Dr. Dow shall never be forgotten in this town, and this is really what is important. You don't forget history. Don't do like the people at Calvary say the Lord told them to change the name. And I was reading in Joshua where the Lord told Joshua to put down some stones, and then when the kids asked him why these stones, and he told them that he wanted them to remember the road on which they trod. Well, anyway, the members of Calvary won't have nothing to remember because nobody never heard of that covenant, whatever that is. Well, anyway, it doesn't have the name Calvary on it. Clara Luper. Hello.
Hello, Miss Luper. How are you this morning?
Okay.
I am a good friend of Dr. Alphonse Lewis Dow, and I've known him for years and years.
But were you one of his customers?
They both have waited on me.
Okay.
And
well, talk on, sister.
I went to school with Vivian. I knew her mother also, and I want to say that he is a fine man, and I want the family to have my sympathy. And Miss Luper, in the paper, I have been reading it all wrong, and now they got in the paper, wake 6 p.m. Sunday, SUNDAY, service, Tuesday, wake.
Okay, don't tell me what's in the paper. Just tell people what Clara Luper said, and if Clara Luper told you, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it is true.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, honey.
Well, thank you so very kindly for calling.
Okay, now.
This portion of our program was brought to you by Stella's Restaurant, where you can get that soul food at 1100 Northeast 23rd Street, and I'm going to give away a dinner to Stella's. I'm going to give away, and no, I don't want you to forget that barbecue, Tom's Barbecue in Oklahoma City. Tom's Barbecue, 2504 Northeast 10th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I told you that hometown is at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street. I told you about Johnson Chaditas. I told you, and I'm going to retell you, that Rodeo Hornbeak is selling those cars, Advanced Motor Company in Oklahoma City. And today I'm giving away a gift certificate to Marie's New Attitude. Calvin, you all excited?
Mom, I'm taking to heart what Fluky McDaniel said. Accept corrections, and you will need less of it.
Well, you sure
and
need
I want to
to.
make a correction to you right now.
Okay, well, make it.
It's Stale's Restaurant.
I say Stale's Restaurant.
You said Stella Restaurant, didn't
Stale.
you, to your audience?
Stale.
Yes, you did. Mom, it's such a pleasure to be here this
Thank you
morning
for
with
correcting
you.
me. I needed it.
Yes, and with you needing it, you will need less of it. That's what Fluky said.
Well, Fluky's right.
Fluky's right. But, Mom, it's such a pleasure to be here on a Saturday morning once again and to be a part of the Clara Luper radio show. And I want to say thank you for honoring a young man that means so much to us personally, it means so much to this community historically, but who has been a backbone for the East Side, for Oklahoma City. When I love the part that I know about when Dr. Dow was a city council person, how he would go there and he was constantly fighting, not just on Tuesday mornings, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Dr. Dow was willing, he was able, and he was strong enough to express his opinion in a way that you knew that it came from the heart and that he meant what he said. We miss that type of leadership, but we need that type of leadership. The example has been set. The bar has been raised. Dr. Dow did it, and I don't know what Oklahoma City is going to do without him. I know that he was looking forward to the maps controversy. Anytime there was an election, Dr. Dow said, you got to vote. That's all we got, man. We got to vote. And over the years, I've had an opportunity to not only be a patient of his, but to be to listen to him.
You've been a patient.
I've been a patient.
Keep talking.
Okay, thank you. Correction, and he did do a lot of correction with me because
corrected those at bad
eyes of mine.
Okay.
I used to someplace. What school was that? I think it was at Truman when we realized that I had a difficult time.
When I want to, and I'm not afraid to say it. And when you're wrong, you're just wrong. Sure, you mistreated Dr. Dow. Sure, you went around the corner. Sure, you didn't patronize him like you should have. Sure, yes, you did it. You did it because you were afraid of Dr. Dow and his wisdom. Clara Luper speaking. And if you don't like what I say, I tell you what you can do. You can answer this question. I'm going to give away now. I'm going to give away to somebody a haircut at Adams & Sons, a haircut at Gates Barbershop, a haircut at a dinner at Stale's Restaurant, a barbecue dinner at Tom's, and
Mom, you do all that. We have 3 minutes, and what we have to do.
I'm giving away a gift certificate from Marie's New Attitude, and whatever you do, don't forget to go to Petite Salon, 1917 Northeast 24th Street. And I want you, all you have to do, and we got 3 minutes left, is to call me and tell me 4 things. Why I say it's so important that you remember Dr. Dow. Where is Dr. Dow's film? What do I want you to do for Dr. Dow? And I want you to put up or shut up. Okay, Calvin.
Okay, Cal. Well, way to go, Mom. You were on a roll there, but you were telling it like it is. I want to remind all of you that you are listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show, live and in beautiful color. We have a call on the line, and we're going to try to get it right quick. How you doing? Thanks for being a part of the radio show.
Hello.
Yes.
Dr. Dow was one of the leaders in Oklahoma City to help defeat segregation. He spoke out. He wasn't ashamed. He wasn't.
Okay, we know that. Give us some facts now.
Okay. First, I want to say, others, Lord, others, that my motto be that I might live for others, that I might live for thee. My first pair of glasses was from Dr. Dial. They were some.
Okay. Thank you, and I want to get in these others because I have 2 minutes left.
Well, Mom, in these 2 minutes, there's so much happening in the community, and this is a part of the type things Dr. Dow would really be enthused and excited about.
He supported the NAACP. He was a sit-in movement. He encouraged us, and that's more than a lot of people would do. Not only that, he put his money where his mouth was. And so people got their hallelujahs and what have you, and not think about nobody but themselves.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find out your opinion on Maps for Kids that we get a chance to vote on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you, Calvin. I don't think today, I'm not talking about Maps for Kids. I'm talking about Dr. A.L. Dow. Right. And anybody want to talk about Maps for Kids, you do what you want to do. Hello?
Okay. We'll do what we got to do. Hello, thanks for being a caller.
Hello, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
I would like for you to know that the funeral of Stanley Johnson.
Well, tell me where it will be.
At 4626 North Ballsworth.
4626 North what?
North Ballsworth in Spencer, Oklahoma, First Baptist Church.
Okay, thank you so very kind.
Okay.
Calvin, you better sing those happy birthdays.
You want me to tell you something about Dr. Dow that you said?
Well, you're right. I mean, we got it.
Time?
Okay, Nancy, our time is about up, and Calvin got to sing for these birthdays.
Well, it's a very short song because.
Thank you, Miss Luper. Have a good
very
day.
short song because I just have one person who's wanted to be sung to this weekend, and that's a friend of mine called Sister Spikener. This is her 40th something birthday. She wanted everybody to know that she is 40 years of age. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. They say happy birthday to you.
You may continue to call me because I've got to give away all of these things today. This is Clara Luper saying that I do love you, and you know I love Dr. Dial. I'm wearing his glasses, and without his glasses, I couldn't see how to read my announcement. Thank you, Oklahoma City. Don't wait till people die to give them flowers, but do it now. This is Clara Luper saying I love you, and I'll see you in Pocket City tomorrow.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your number one gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program are not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need your help.